What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. I made it back up. Everything actually, it doesn't seem to be that difficult to navigate down here. It should be alright. I'm going to drop everything because we got to get our weight down to spec again before we can go through. I'm basically just going to make a big loot pile right here that we can remember for later. As far as tools and things are concerned, I went back through and I found an extra rifle round here and there. So that's pretty cool. There were some loose rounds rolling around when I was destroying some of the crates and breaking some of the boxes down in the crafting area. Got ourselves some more bullets, so that's always good. Lantern is still rocking it right now. I would say that we should probably turn this thing off since we're sitting by the door anyways. The amount of loot that we've taken out of this place is pretty fantastic. I'm happy with it. In the previous episode, we had taken a bunch of rights because that's just the sort of dictator that we are. I don't really know how else to explain it to you. Sometimes you gotta take some rights. It is what it is. And so we will refuel the lantern very quickly. Good, good, good. I wish you could empty these, actually. It'd be really, really cool if you could empty your lanterns into, like, a central bin or whatever. But I do need to drop off a lot of the other stuff that we found down and in here, too, because, frankly, we're just carrying around way too much shit. I don't think I need an extra pair of boots. I will probably sleep it off for right now. We got a couple of hours of daylight left. I mean, how is our tiredness looking? Our tiredness isn't terrible. It's getting down there, but I think we'll be alright. I've got 87 calories left right there. We actually didn't pick up any food in here, which has thrown me off a little bit. I was expecting to find more food in here, and it just didn't happen. Now, food is easy to go get. All you gotta do is go down the hill and go to our secret supply area, and we should be alright. But I was thinking we would find a little bit more food in here, and it did not occur. So, I'll probably, let's drop all of the accelerants. I'll probably place this, because we're probably going to be spending the night here tonight. Go ahead and drop that on the floor. But since we've got our weight all taken care of, let's fire the lantern back up. I think we've hit about half of the complex. I couldn't tell you because I've never been here before, so I can't give you a 100% prognosis on, you know, what we've accomplished so far. But I know we haven't taken some of the left-hand turns. I just didn't want to walk around with my backpack too heavy because I was losing stamina really, really rapidly. So this time we're going to take all lefts, and actually the first left, oh, it's not a cave-in. I thought it was going to be a cave-in for a second. We're going to take as many lefts as we can. We're going to get down into the mountain. There's a couple of areas that I haven't checked out just yet. So we got a cave-in over there to the left, and to the right it spirals back down and in. So we got some busted timbers over here. I will absolutely take those. Busted timbers! That sounds like one of those songs that would play at Fallout New Vegas in the background. Was all he heard from his lady. Busted timbers. Busted timbers. Oh, it looks back over to here. Okay, well, that's simple enough. Well, then, let's see how deeply we can penetrate the mountain here. Let's get down in here. See how far this goes. It's important for you to know, as a person who should not be exploring mines, that mines can go on for, like, ever. Like, I've seen mines, and I've gone through mines that are upwards of a couple miles before they come out the other side of the mountain. And if you're going in there without maps or anything else, or a guide or somebody knows what they're doing, it's sketchy. It is very, very sketchy. So anyways, be careful. Don't go in mines. It's a bad plan, especially if you're in like Nevada, Arizona, Southern California. A lot of those mines were kind of illegal anyways. They were kind of like down there, and there was like no standards and practices back in the 20s when they built them. And so they were probably built shabbily back then. And, you know, 100 years of just sitting there in the sun has probably not made them any less shabby. So, my recommendation to you would be, so we came up in here. I want to see what's down this way, though. They caged it off. Kind of an odd choice. You'd be able to bust these. Typically, actually, this might be an iron grate. What they'll do is when you have an unsafe shaft where they deem that it's probably going to cave in or that it has problems, they find like the most recent support area where it's the strongest, and then they put in bars to cover it off so that nobody goes in there anymore. Essentially, there's a bunch of tests and things like that you can run to figure out how far in a cave-in is going to go and stuff like that, just to make sure you can go back to the next strongest part, just to make positive about the whole thing. So what goes further into the mountain, because that's what I'm interested in. That right there goes up to Pleasant Valley. Ah, they barred it off from this way too. You know, it makes sense, but still, I don't like being barred off from things. It bugs me. I suppose we could do a little bit of Pleasant Valley exploration. We don't have a whole lot of stuff going on. Ooh, I missed a coal back here. There's a newspaper right there, but I don't really want the newspaper is the problem with the newspaper. Newspaper's kind of just like, pfft, like, it's okay. Did I miss that backpack? No. Everything else looks alright. Just giving it 1 or 2 more pan scans to make sure I didn't miss anything, because it is dark in here. It's going to be easy to slip past some stuff. Let's go to Pleasant Valley. We've got 4 hours of daylight left, and we got a lantern with us. So, I mean, it's not like... We'll explore down the hill a little bit in Pleasant Valley, and we'll see what's over there. Should take me to here. We'll loop up and around. It's actually a really small mine. This one is not something that you need to really be concerned about at all. Spin back over to the left here, and that should get us up and out. Now, my stamina is a little bit low, so I should probably lay off the sprinting and general revelry while we're in here, but aside from that factor, we've done pretty good work the last couple episodes. I feel like we're finding new stuff. It's amazing that the exploration in this game could be so entertaining and like keep you going long term, because it doesn't seem like it would be able to do that, but finding new stuff and constantly just like wandering around finding new things is fun. Plus we need food, so I don't think we'll starve tonight if we spend the night here, but we could definitely use some victuals. Let's go ahead and break out the rifle real fast. I don't know if this is going to be an area where there's anything that's going to be... I mean, there's road cuts right here, and they've got support logs up to keep avalanches and, you know, mudslides or whatever else from happening. So I would assume there's probably some kind of habitation here somewhere. Grab that very quickly. Why not? We're already in the neighborhood, so... You hear the sound of an airplane? I feel like I hear the sound of an airplane right now. The sound of a blizzard, that's for damn sure. Get up against the rocks here and try and keep myself warm. Not gonna work though, it's -4. May not have as much time to explore as I thought we had. This is getting sketchy. I was hoping there'd be something along the trail. Unfortunately, we weren't that kind of lucky. We were the kind of lucky that's called unlucky, and so I guess we'll go up the mountain. Try and keep ourselves under the pressure of the mountain. I was hoping there'd be like some random little, like, I don't know, trailer or something over here we get some food out of. I think we're going to unfortunately have to fall back. Doesn't please me. It doesn't make me happy, but it is the nature of the situation. I think we're just going to have to make do with what we've got for right now. Head back up the mountain here and see how long we can keep this all running. The mine is looking like the safest place to stop off for the moment. I don't like walking next to sheer cliffs like this. It makes me feel nervous. There's landslides and whatnot all the time where I live. Landslides, rock slides, all those kinds of fun things. Looks like the wind has shifted direction. Like it's coming from the other way right now. Whereas before when we came out, it was coming from that way. I feel like the game's trying to cheat us right now. Wind doesn't change directions like that in like 4 minutes. Although technically in in-game time it could have been an hour or two, so back in we go to the abandoned mine. It should be warmer in here. We should be alright. Yeah, we'll be okay. I don't think I dumped anything over here. So let me get my lantern back out. Head back down into the mountain so that I can see. We do have a torch with us. I'll probably try and sprint my way back here. Invoke the powers of the mobile gods. Does Sprint even do that anymore, or did Sprint go out of business? We had Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T, I think, were all the companies that supported it out here. But I think they must have, like, at least a couple of them have to have lost by now, right? I wish there was the same amount of, like, cable and internet providers that there are mobile providers. Like, 4 or 5 still doesn't seem like there's enough to me to really cultivate competition. But here in California, you can only really get Comcast. Like, you don't have much of a choice in the Bay Area. There's a bunch of little, like, random internet places here, but they suck. Like, they give you really, really low data. So they're like family-run type deals where it's, like, really, really slow. And then on the top of that, it's also really, really expensive. And it's just like, oh, well, I guess I'm just not going to get internet from you. I'm sure Comcast has something to do with their pricing. I know Comcast is always doing all kinds of crazy, like, pro-trust type stuff, trying to hold on to their monopoly. It's weird that they haven't been prosecuted yet for it. Very, very odd. Then again, nothing surprises me anymore as far as like lobbying goes. You can make anything legal nowadays. All you gotta do is have a fancy guy in a suit that you pay to go to Washington and convince your congressman that fancy dinners and vacations are super awesome. And one by one, they all give in. Ain't no such thing as a good congressman. Alright. Well, this is pretty much it for us. Hunger's gonna be bad by morning. But I don't think we're gonna have much of an option there. We're too drained to really do anything else. So I think going out right now is gonna be a poor decision. Let's go ahead and have it. I mean, it's only gonna take us, oh, I don't know, 450 calories per 4 hours. By the time morning comes around, we may have some problems. Oh, wow, you can't even see the door. It's a little gnarly. Break out a match real fast, will you? Yeah, I think we're gonna get hungry. It's gonna be bad. We should be able to get back to base without too many things going wrong, I hope. I'm of the opinion that hunger kills you a little too fast in this game. You can survive for like 30 days without food as long as you have water. I get it, though. I guess it's a balancing mechanism. 3 hours of darkness left. We may have to strike out. We might be alright. It looks like there's diminishing returns. It looks like it actually falls off a lot quicker on the front end than the back end. So we'll drink some water real fast, and then we'll give it another couple hours. 4 sounds good. And then once we got the 4 hours in, I'll probably bring the bedroll with me, but we gotta decide how we're gonna get all this loot back home. Especially since we're a little hungry at the moment. So I'm only gonna bring back the stuff that I really want. The accelerant, the quality tools, painkillers for sure. I don't need any more antiseptic. I'll probably bring some of this firewood here, if I can ever get to it. I think it's worthwhile to bring the coal with me. The only thing about the coal is that you gotta kinda... Here, I'll pick it all up and then I'll dump it again once I pick through and decide what I want. This is actually kinda entertaining, clicking over and over and over again. Makes me kinda happy. Alright, so what did we learn today? Don't drop stuff in giant piles. So with this stuff, what I want to keep is I want the coal. We'll drop the cloth. We don't need that at all. Don't really need the scrap metal. Definitely don't need that. You know, I may just bring the coal back with me, although the fir firewood would allow me to repair some stuff, so the fir firewood's always tempting. But that coal right there would be enough to really, really, really make it so that we don't need to gather firewood for a while. I may try to trudge my dumb ass home with all this stuff on me. And then if we ever need wood, we know we just got to go up to the mine and pick up like the 50 or 60 reclaimed wood that they have up here. It's going to drain off my hunger like insanely quickly. And so I love that glowy effect. I feel like that's new. Like I feel like they added that in a recent patch because I just haven't seen it. Our goal for right now is just to trudge our ass down the hill. Once we get down there, I'm going to check that little... I don't know if I hit the random stop-off point back there for any of the stuff that we need. Technically, we could walk back that way, and it'd probably be a little bit safer from wolves. Let's go ahead, and I guess that's what I'll do. We'll try and be a little bit safer for wolves over here. Not a lot of cattail stalks or anything around here, so unfortunately, meh. Not a whole lot to discuss there. Not going to be able to grab any food off the ground while we travel. I would like to see a lot more forageables in the game. I know that in winter forageables are hard to come by, but in certain... Oh, there's a wolf right there. Oh, there's one right there, too. I suppose that might solve my hunger problem. Ah, winged him. Second shot didn't get him either, although that felt like it should have been on. The ballistics in this game are weird. Either way, that clears it out. He'll die down the road. We'll track him for a little while. The ballistics in this game are really, really odd, and they've never quite been explained. I don't know if it's hit scan or what it is, but it's definitely not iron sight. Because shots that I would have made in any other like AAA type game that have like the ballistics well vetted, they definitely don't get made in this game. You'll waste a bullet. That's why I typically don't shoot stuff till it's at point blank range, and even then sometimes there's some very, very odd shots where you're just like, I don't trust that one. I don't trust that at all. I'm gonna follow the blood trail because we need the food. I can make a fire out here pretty easily given the stuff that we have. So, if he doesn't run too far off the beaten trail, we should be alright. Why the trail was beaten? I don't know. Blood spot over here. Is this our guy? Did he loop back? Is he bleeding? Yeah, that's him. Come here, buddy. Sorry, it's your turn. I don't really want to let you suffer like that. It's not a thing that brings me any great joy. It does not put a smile on my face. But you gotta go. When the roll is called up yonder and all that. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder. I one of those songs my parents, they're in like an old Puritan church. That's one of the songs they used to sing all the time. Yeah, we're starving to death right now. Let's go ahead and we're going to start off a fire here. Let me see what I can accomplish. Place that a little bit further out. Our fire starting chances are pretty high, actually. Do I not have accelerant with me? Oh, accelerant's on the bottom. Yeah, you know what? Instead of carrying on a heavy-ass book with me, just light the book on fire. Where'd the book go? So we got the starter, we got the fuel. There it is. Yeah, that's cool. We'll get it started. Hopefully we don't get bit in the face by anything. That would totally suck. You're trying to start a fire, and then all of a sudden a wolf bites you. Then you're on fire, and the wolf is biting. You're like, oh my god, my problems have multiplied. It would be the worst. Multiplicative problems make me sad. Lighting fire. It's been a hell of a recording session for me. Had a hard drive die. I don't think you can put coal on it until... Yeah, you can't put coal on it until it's all ready to go. Let's have to cook some of this first. Should have plenty of time today, though. Can you imagine? Somebody just came along and killed your friend. Like, you're walking down the street with your friend and somebody came along and blasted him and started cooking him right in front of you. Should be cray-cray for days. I just want all this to be done. I don't really care about the rest of it. As long as the meat gets done, that leaves me happy. You don't starve very quickly, so it looks like they may have nerfed it since the last time I played. Hunger used to be a major issue. You used to starve to death really, really easily. It looks like that goalpost has suffered from a minor migration, but... Which coincidentally is what we're doing right now. We're on a minor migration because we were just mining for coal, and now we're migrating. Get it? I made the jokeses. Reload the gun! Yeah, my parents had these songbooks at their church, and all the songs would be dated with like the copyrights and whatnot, so that you could assemble the entire book. I don't know how you copyright something from like the 1700s. Like, how is that even? How can you? I don't understand how you can copyright something that you don't have ownership of. Like, it's just part of like the public. It's like copywriting Aesop's fables. Like, how do you even do that? Like, did Aesop's direct family members give you permission? I suppose the copyright expires, and then you can buy it back. When something becomes public domain, can you buy the copyright back after that? Like, is there a period in which you can bid on public domain items to get the copyright on them and see how much money you can make? I don't know. Either way, this adventure got a lot more interesting than I originally thought it would be. Didn't think we'd be bucking rounds at wolves or anything like that. Ducking like, Pah-chah! Whoop, whoop. Taking care of wolves. Everybody on my block's getting arrested yesterday. It was crazy. There were cop cars everywhere. Like 3 different houses. They were busting everybody. Like, damn, son. There was like 3 police officers out on the main thoroughfare with 2 cars pulled over. And then, like, there was a bunch of houses down the street that had cop cars in front of them. I don't know what the hell was going on. I ain't going outside. Not me. Nope, not today. Nosy people. Nosy people get their nose shot off. Not feeling it. I think we should be able... Yeah, as I was saying, in their songbooks at their church, like, all the songs are from, like, 1720 and stuff like that. It's crazy that a song survives that long and that people keep transcribing them because notation was different back then, too, for music. Notation has changed a lot over, like, the last 1,000 years for music. It's basically always been kind of the same, but it changes a little bit each time around. Like, they didn't used to mess with rhythm or anything way back in the day. It was just like straight notation. The notes looked a little bit different too. Took a music history class. In one of our tests, we had to identify like what time period the different notes came from. Remember doing that. It was kind of goofy. Either way, that's one of those easy classes that you take just so you can like pad your GPA. I tried to take 1 to 2 of those per semester. Like the classes that are just softballs, like basically show up and you get an A. They help. The credit values, they balance on out, man. It helps. It helps. The big classes are always worth like 6 credits. But, you know, you get a couple of those freebie 2-3 credit classes in there, and they can soften out one of those B minuses you got back in the day that hurt your GPA. Round that thing out a little bit. I wonder if I can cut down the mountain over here. It'd be faster. My character is not feeling this walk right now. I mean, she's feeling it. Mostly in her back and her thighs, but you get what I mean. Seems like an unwise idea. I do enjoy shooting wolves. Damn it, there's like a hair stuck to my nose that I cannot get rid of right now. It's like stuck to my nose, like stuck up inside. It's not one of my hairs, it's like a cat hair that I snuffled up into my nose somehow, and then it got stuck there. I've been working at it like this entire episode because it makes my eyeball feel like it's itchy. And I can't get the little sumbitch. It won't go. And it's going to be one of those ones when you grab it and you pull it out, it's going to feel like somebody's got like a fishing line coming out of your nose. You're like, "Ugh." It feels so weird. It's like somebody's tickling my eyeball, my throat, and my nose at the same time. Oh, got it. Perfect. Well, we're just about out of time for the day, I think, so I might actually suffer this walk in my loneliness instead of bringing you all along. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. I will see you all later. Make sure to check out the Twitch stream down below. I've been trying to promote it a little bit more strongly lately just because I feel bad. I feel like other people promote theirs better, and that's why people go to their streams. And so I am trying to flesh that on out. I will see you all later. Hi to everybody.